Hello and welcome to GameRules.com. My name is Mark, and today I'm going to teach you how to play a little card game called Grinch Grow Your Heart. If it's your first time visiting the channel, be sure to hit subscribe and the bell so you're notified about new games every week. Grinch Grow Your Heart is a set collection game for 2 to 6 players. In this game, players are going to try to build the best hand possible and then score that hand at the end of the round. The hook: you may only score your hand a certain way one time per game. There are multiple categories to choose from, and once you use that category to score your hand, you may not do so again. With all that said, let's learn how to play. Grow Your Heart comes with a 48 card deck, a hand size token reminder system, and a score pad. The deck consists of 4 different suits. Each suit contains cards numbered 1 through 6, and some of the cards have scoring bonuses on them. For example, if you end the round with this card in your hand and you also have a pink card, you get a 5-point bonus. Each round consists of 3 turns. At the end of the first turn, players will have 3 cards in their hand, and then 4, and then 5 at the end of the round. This is just a little reminder system. Because of how turn order works, things can get a little confusing. The scoring system is one of my favorite parts of this game. It is a Yahtzee style scoring system in which at the end of the round, players will choose one category to score their hand. Once they have used that category, they cannot do it again. To set up the game, determine a dealer. That player shuffles the cards and deals 2 cards to each player. Also determine who is going to be the Grinch first. Whoever is the Grinch should have the Grinch card with the heart tokens. All of the non-Grinch players are referred to as the Whos, and the Whos will begin each round by drawing 2 cards from the draw pile. It does not matter which order the Whos do this, as long as every Who player gets 2 cards. After each Who has drawn their 2 cards, they then must pick 1 card to discard, and each Who will have their own discard pile. After each Who has drawn and discarded, the Grinch gets to take their turn. The Grinch also gets to draw 2 cards, but they can either draw from the draw pile or they may take the top card from any Who's discard pile. They may take 2 cards, and those 2 cards can be any combination, so they could take 1 Who card and 1 draw pile card if they wish. For the Grinch's first turn, they're going to go ahead and take this card, and they're going to draw from the draw pile. Oh wow, another pink. After the Grinch has drawn their 2 cards, they must discard 1. The Grinch also has their own discard pile, which we'll just put over here for now. And when it's their turn in the future, they may draw one of their 2 cards from the top of their own discard pile. After the Grinch completes their turn, they add the next biggest heart token to the Grinch card. This card is just an indicator of how many cards each player should have in hand by the end of the round. So we just finished the first round in which each player has 3 cards. Now we're moving on to the next round, and at the end of it, each player will have 4 cards. So this is just a nice reminder system. Again, all the Whos draw 2 to begin their turn. Then they discard 1. After they've discarded, the Grinch gets to take their turn. Now the Grinch draws 2 cards, and they may take the top card from their discard pile, the top card from one of the Who's discard piles, or cards from the draw pile. They're going to go ahead and take 2 from the draw pile, and they are going to discard 1 card. That ends the round. The next biggest token is added to the hand size reminder, and the final round commences. Each Who draws 2 cards and discards 1. And the Grinch also draws 2 and discards 1. Once the Grinch has taken their final turn, the round ends and it's time to tally up the score. Each player tells the scorekeeper how many points they earned and which row that score needs to go into. So our player here at the top of the screen will obviously score their blue suited cards. They have a whole bunch of them. So they add up the total number of those blue cards, and that's what they put in their score box. Once they've used up that row, they cannot score that way again. They have to score in a different category. And that was how to play Grinch Grow Your Heart. This is one of my favorite games to get out with my family. It is Simple enough to teach, rooted in nice rummy gameplay, but the integration of that Yahtzee style scoring is just awesome. What helped me out was putting the score pad in front of everybody. Typically, the scorekeeper kind of keeps the pad by them in games, but for this, it's best to have it out more as a scoreboard so players can see which categories they've already used and which ones they need to focus on in future hands. If you'd like to see more tutorial videos, you can go to the YouTube channel where there's a growing library. And if you'd like to see rules in writing, you can go to gamerules.com. I will have a link to the rules for this game down in the description. Until next time, keep on playing.